Among the codices buried for 16 centuries near the Egyptian town of Nag Hammadi lies a text that does not narrate miracles or parables. It does not recount healings or feedings of multitudes. Instead, it preserves something far more intimate and, to its original readers, far more urgent. A private conversation between the risen Jesus and his brother James, conducted in the charged silence after the resurrection. This text, called the First Apocalypse of James, is not biography. It is a working map, a detailed itinerary of the soul's journey after death, a manual for navigating hostile cosmic powers, and a testament to an alternative current of early Christian memory that located apostolic authority not in public commissioning, but in secret revelation. This video is a deep, focused walk through its theology. We will trace its radical cosmology, its tripartite anthropology, its soteriology of liberating knowledge, its ritual mechanics of ascent, and its pastoral comfort for communities facing persecution. Whether you are a student, a teacher, or a creative seeking raw material, consider this a working document, a map of a map. At the cosmological stage, Pleroma, Archons, and the counterfeit creation. The First Apocalypse of James presupposes a cosmos that is layered, hierarchical and fundamentally deceptive. Above all else dwells the Pleroma, the fullness, an uncaused, perfect realm of light and unity emanating from the transcendent, ineffable Father. This is the true God, unknown to the makers of the material world. Below the Pleroma, emanating from a rupture or an error within the divine realm, arise lower powers, the Archons. These rulers are not merely demonic in the conventional sense. They are the cosmic jailers and counterfeit creators who fashion the visible universe as a flawed imitation of the higher realm. They are characterized by ignorance, arrogance, and legalistic deception. They declare, "We are the only gods," and they enforce their authority through the structures of fate, nature, and religious law. The material cosmos is therefore not a good creation fallen into sin, but an ontologically deficient prison designed to keep the divine spark within humanity asleep and enslaved. Jesus' first task in his revelation to James is to name this deception and to expose the Archons for what they truly really are. Not gods, but pretenders. The human condition, spirit, soul, and the prison of flesh upon this cosmic stage stands the human being, and the text offers a precise tripartite anthropology. The body, soma, is the outermost shell fashioned by the Archons from the stuff of the material world. It is perishable, subject to passion and decay, and functions as a temporary prison. Within the body dwells the soul, psyche, the seat of emotion, volition, and attachment to worldly life. The soul is not evil, but it is vulnerable, susceptible to the deceptions of the Archons, easily entangled in the desires and fears that bind one to the cycle of rebirth. Deepest within, concealed and often forgotten, lies the spirit, pneuma. This is not an acquired quality, but a divine spark. A fragment of the Pleroma itself, deposited within humanity through the agency of the Mother or the primal aeons. This spark is the authentic self, the inner human, and it is ontologically consubstantial with the light of the Father. The human predicament, therefore, is not sin against a righteous creator, but amnesia and captivity. The spark sleeps. It has forgotten its origin. It believes itself to be only the body, only the soul. Salvation is the reversal of this forgetting. The third, soteriology, Gnosis as liberation and the mechanics of Ascent. The problem is ignorance. The solution is Gnosis, but Gnosis understood not as intellectual accumulation, but as ontological disclosure. To know is to become. When James receives the secret teachings of Jesus, he's not merely acquiring information. He is being reconstituted in his true identity. The knowledge that saves is twofold. First, it is knowledge of origin. I am from the Father, the pre-existent one. Second, it is knowledge of the Archon's true nature and names. This is the practical core of the First Apocalypse's soteriology. The soul's journey after death is an ascent through successive heavens or spheres, each governed by a hostile Archon who demands an accounting. These rulers seek to detain the soul, to shame it with its material attachments, to drag it back into the cycle of rebirth. The soul that possesses Gnosis, however, is equipped with passwords, seals, and true names. When challenged, it does not cower. It declares its origin. It names the Archon's own deficient nature. It displays the seal of the Father. And the gates open. Subscribe to Holy Newborn for more deep, reverent, and non-dogmatic explorations of Gnostic scripture and early Christian diversity.